Hi everyone, this is Jeff Bulmer from the Ron Mac YouTube channel. What I'd want to show you today is an image taken from the NASA website from Sol 2002 by the Curiosity rover on the 27th of March 2018. The link is shown there below, but if you find that difficult to remember, you can always follow this procedure. Go onto the Google channel and do a search for Curiosity rover, and then go down to the link there, which brings you to this NASA website. Go over onto the multimedia and then click on the raw images. Then scroll down this page until you get to the mast camera. There you can see it at the bottom. Then you need to click on Sol 2002. This will then bring you to all the images. So scroll down the images. There, on the bottom right hand corner you can see the image that we're wanting to look at. That's it. To the left of there you can see another one. In fact, there are 6 other grey images. That one, this one, this one, this one, that, and then in the center at the top there's this one as well. I did actually look at all the images, and the quality of the grey ones is nothing like the quality of the brown one. These are all the images there, and the one that I'm really interested in is the one at the top, which is the brown image. So let's take a look at the image. This is the image that we have. Make some enhancements so that we can see it a bit clearer. It's a kind of a small hillside with a big plateau on top. So let's examine the area at the far distance on the right. This is the area. We'll zoom into there. So there we are, we zoomed into it. I think we should enhance it just a little bit more. That makes it a little bit clearer for everyone to see. And in the picture there you'll see that we have, on the right you can see a road which is going up to the center of the image, and with a bridge in on the right hand side too. And then there's a small farm with a fence around it. And then on the left hand side there's a house, and then some underground burrows where I think people tend to live. Biggest problem is the sky has all been painted over by NASA. I mean, there should be mountains we should be able to see, but it's in a crater, so why not? Where are all the hills? That's what I'd like to know. Just look clearly, you can see how it's all been painted over. In this image you can actually, it's very difficult to see here, but it looks like there are 2 men there with a small cart, and then in the center there's a woman with a dress, and on the right hand side, I'm not quite sure what that is. I put it down as a person, but it could be anything, it could be a vehicle, we don't really know, but there's definitely something on top of that bridge. And then right at the back we have a wall, and behind the wall is what I think is a small town with a lot of buildings. Fortunately, the one on the right seems to have its top painted off. There are many other anomalies, so I'd like to list all them now and just show you what I've found. Here we are. On the left hand side you can see two birds in water. The first one, the bottom one, seems to be just sat in it, but the top one is obviously standing in the water, and you can definitely see its reflection there. And on the right hand side there's a group of small furry animals, probably little tiny apes, about the size of our hand. Here we are, another picture. I'm not quite sure what's on the left really. It looks like there's some more furry creatures. Something right in the centre which looks very, I don't know, it could be somebody kneeling down with a big bottom, but it's not quite clear what it is. On the right hand side there are some more furry animals. There's definitely two, and there might be a little tiny one as the third one on the right hand side. Side is what I think could be a miniature farm. If you look closely to it, you can actually see a bridge there and lots of little tiny buildings all laid out together. And on the right hand side is some unusual structure. Looks like a little bit of a house or something, but I'm not sure. It's certainly not a natural construction. It's not made by nature. Now this is interesting. Look, we've got a freshly ploughed field there. That's really a surprise to me. And on the right hand side I can see a group of monkeys, and then just below there's a snake or a worm or something very big, curly. It's very interesting. These two are my favourite images of them all, I think. There are a couple more furry creatures on the left, and the same on the right. Some more furry ones. Probably both apes or monkeys in both cases, I think. See her two legs or feet down at the bottom below the dress, and it looks like she's facing to the right. You can see her arm hanging down, and at the back it looks like she's carrying some bag or something. Then at the top there's the farm with the edge around it and some buildings at the back, and on the right hand side there's this bridge and the road. Here we've got the two men, which is difficult to see, but you can see their heads fairly clearly, and then the cart that they're working with below, and then at the back there's some kind of a house. on the image at the right, these are definitely not natural structures. They're quite interesting and fairly clear. So I'm not quite sure what they are, but they're definitely interesting structures. Now this is the image at the back, where you can see the long wall going from left to right. Definitely no mountains and the painted sky, spoiling things really, because if you go to the right you can see the building where its roof's chopped off, and then you've got a huge structure with arches built into it and more buildings behind, and then you actually, in part of the wall, you've got a tall arch as well. So definitely something very interesting there. So this is the last thing I want to show you. This is taken from the image at the bottom right hand corner, and you can clearly see at the bottom there the tracks made by the rover, Curiosity rover, and it's done some damage to some structures there. At the top you can see the little farm and that unusual structure that I showed you earlier. So I think you can just imagine that the Curiosity rover is some huge giant construction compared to all the little tiny creatures that are in the images below previously. I think NASA should really take care where they drive, because there's certainly life forms on the planet and in the area where the rover's working. So remember, please, NASA, Mars does not belong to you. So we're coming to the end now. If you enjoyed this video, I'd be pleased to read any comments that you want to make, or perhaps you might like to just like the video. Perhaps you could subscribe and maybe give some links to other social medias if you're interested in this video. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Until the next time. Bye.